Welcome to the workshop, the exact mistakes that kept me stuck and the fastest way to permanently transform your body without starving yourself on any more crazy plans. So, welcome everyone. I'm so excited that you're here with me today because that means I get to show you exactly what you must know to end the weight loss struggle forever. So, if you haven't already, grab a pen and paper to take some notes and make sure you're someplace where you won't be distracted from this training. So that means you have to go lock yourself in the bathroom to avoid distractions, then do what you got to do because we're going to be covering a ton of useful information on this training today that I think is really going to help you and you're not going to want to miss any of it. Okay, so who is this training for? I like to clarify this from the beginning because I don't want you to spend any time here today if this training isn't for you. So if you're struggling to get weight off and if you've missed out on promotions or big job opportunities because your weight is holding you back, if you know you have the knowledge to give your career, but you feel like your weight is keeping you back from a promotion, causing you to be overlooked because of your weight, and this makes you depressed. If you feel disgusted by how you look, if you're struggling with accountability and feeling completely alone in this is for you. If you have low energy, if you have low confidence, if you've tried other trainers and other diets and still haven't gotten lasting results and the weight just keeps coming back on, if your love life is suffering, you know your spouse loves you, but you just don't feel like that on the inside. If you don't even want to go shopping because you literally hate the way you look in clothes right now, okay, then this training is for you. If you resonate with these questions, have you ever been told that you have to give up your favorite foods and treats to lose weight? Every one of my clients, including myself, has special foods throughout the week that are just for pure enjoyment and keep you from feeling deprived, restricted, miserable, and on a diet. We're going to get to that in just a minute. Have you been told that carbs are bad for you or your carbs will make you fat? Don't eat bread, it'll make you fat. Do you feel like, you just can't enjoy going out with your family and friends because it's going to, ruin your diet? You feel like food has the ultimate power and control over you instead of you just enjoying it every day. Have you lost a bunch of weight, but now you're stuck and can't seem to move that needle another inch? Or has it gotten you, some results, but they weren't sustainable? And so of course you just, gain the weight right back. All right, so I want to talk about who this training isn't for. So this training is not for you if you're just, after short-term results. If you're, trying to lose 15 pounds in the next few weeks just to look good for some event or a photo shoot, then probably this isn't the training for you. If that's really what you're trying to achieve, then you could probably just go do cardio for 2 hours a day and do something really restrictive, something you can't do forever, but you're probably going to get some of the weight off, right? That's not what this training is about. This training also isn't for you if you have a victim mentality and everything is just happening to you and outside of your control, right? If you're the type of person always like blaming other people and other circumstances in your life for your own struggles, it's probably, this isn't going to be the type of training for you either. If you're the type of person to sit around and not take action and then go watch some other training, this is not going to be the training for you. Or if you look at everything around your health and body and managing your weight as a cost rather than a permanent investment in yourself. Because we all know when our body's energy and confidence are at their best, it changes every other area of our life. So if you feel like pills are the quick answer or you're looking for a quick fix to your problems, if you're looking to just, for another plan that tells you what to eat, what not to eat without considering your body, your preferences and what you can do for the long term, then you will not find that this in this training today. But what would your life look like What would it be like to go on vacation and be able to do what you want and wear what you want, enjoy the food you eat every day? What would it be like to feel confident around other people? To feel good about what you see in the mirror, to be intimate with your partner without feeling insecure? That's important, right? Maybe you have people laugh and say things behind your back instead of, if what you actually loved how you looked and felt confident to talk to people. How would that be different? How would it be different if you had energy all the time instead of just being fatigued and tired all the time and just struggling to get through another day? I'm going to show you how to create that lifestyle, but you want to know how to do it and without killing yourself, right? And relying on another program that just isn't realistic for you or your family. You want to know how to master your nutrition once and for all. So everything I'm telling you is backed by science and proven to build the health and body of your dreams using a simple formula for your unique body. This isn't going to be another gimmick or fad diet pitch you've had before to get to this like emotional high, right? So what makes this training different? Well, number one, guys, there is nothing for sale on today's training. I'm not going to sell you anything on this training at all. So keep your credit card inside your purse. Don't even bring that credit card out. Literally, I'm here and I've set time aside for you today to give you some help because for me, this is what I'm passionate about. I'm here to give you good help, really good, helpful information that will jumpstart you into that lifestyle. And I have a bonus for you guys today that I didn't tell you about before. So at the end of the training, I'm going to give you my dining out cheat sheet. This is something I usually charge for, and it's gotten amazing results for the women I work with. I'm going to give it to you today at the end of this training, completely free later at the end of the training, because nobody should have to say no to enjoying time out dining with their friends or family because they're on a diet. So, are you depressed right now? Are you tired and have little energy and you're not sure what to do, right? Are you in a bad spot? Because, like I used to be, you can't stand to be in public by how you look, or maybe your partner loves you, but you want to make them proud to be out in public with you, right? You crave the attention from your loved one, but you don't know how to receive it anymore because of the way you look. You have, health, appearance, confidence goals, but you have zero idea how to get there without being miserable the entire time. You need something easy and predictable without living exclusively on chicken and broccoli every day. Back in the day, this was my lifestyle. That hand reaching for the desserts, right? That was totally me. Just to tell you a little bit more about me before I went through a really bad period of depression. I had just had a baby. You could just tell I was super unhealthy and unhappy, and my weight was up and down by about 20 pounds, and I just couldn't shake it. But what I want to share with you today is that there is a better way to get there. I tried diet after diet looking for the solution, and that would just make me feel better and get the weight off forever. So I know what it's like to struggle and to feel like a failure and feeling like my body and my life was never going to change. So all of my mental energy was put towards my fight with food and my body. And it was exhausting. I was overwhelmed all the time thinking about this food problem and this weight problem, and I just could not focus on things that made me happy anymore because I was constantly worried and consumed by thinking about this stupid weight issue, and food, was constantly on my mind. So I want to take you step by step and show you exactly how to break free of this crazy weight loss struggle, because I know how painful it is, and I know how much it's affecting every single part of your life. So I ended up losing that 20 pounds, and it wasn't using any crazy dieting, no magic pills, none of that stuff. And I want to personally take you and show you how to permanently break free of this obsessive fight with food. So this is me now for those of you who don't already know me. My name is Risa Haig, and I'm a busy mom, a certified nutrition coach, and a weight loss expert. So mastering my nutrition has helped me end my battle with food, ditch chronic dieting, control my emotions around food and self-sabotaging, stop those weight fluctuations that were keeping me stuck all the time, and just enjoy eating whatever I want and know 100% that I can still slim down in the process. So now I love what I do. I help others find the same confidence in their bodies, and I just feel completely fulfilled with everything I do every single day. So tell me, what are you struggling with? Leave me a comment on what gives you the most trouble. I want to hear from you. And if you resonate to any of the stuff I've been talking about so far in this training, so if you're having any of these same troubles, I want to know, because you're not alone. I struggled with that too. So leave me a comment and just let me know if that's you, and then we will get started. Alrighty, let's go. So there's so many people out there telling you all of the rules you have to follow to look a certain way, but they're all putting a new spin on this like old broken system, right? The old system got you lots of wasted time, lost money, low energy, highly restrictive, and then at the end of the day, the weight regain. But I want to tell you, so if you can enjoy the food you eat every day and not feel deprived in the process, and feel good about your body and having these amazing relationships, better relationships with your partners, what would that feel like? I'm going to tell you about the new system. I'm going to show you how possible it is to eat what you love and enjoy and slim down in the process. This is the biggest mistake people make cutting foods they love to reach their goals, because you'll never be able to sustain that forever, and you'll fail, and you'll end up eating and eating and eating all of the foods you've been craving and just blow it all up, right? And then leaving you feeling like a total failure. So masters of nutrition are able to actually eat foods that they enjoy while fitting it into their lifestyle easily. So once you learn the principles, this is so easy to master and sustain. All right, so in this workshop today, I'm going to show you all of this. I'm going to be sharing it with you. So the fastest way to stop emotional eating, self-sabotage, and just weight cycling. This is what got me out of my weight loss struggle. This is what ended the dieting struggle for me and the food and body struggle. So I'm going to share with you the little known ingredient of just staving off cravings, the feeling of deprivation on a quote unquote diet, right? And just feeling fatigued and low energy all the time. Because if you've ever been on a diet before, you've experienced all of those feelings at one point or another. So I'm going to share with you my proven method to stop obsessing over everything you eat. I'm going to share with you my exact system for eating what I want with family and friends while actually losing fat consistently and effortlessly. I'm going to share with you how to manipulate your metabolism so you can actually eat more and slim down. Remember, eating too little is used to get those short-term results, and it's going to hurt you in the long run. Okay, so do you want me to continue? So tell me, what I did to teach everyone else as a health coach, so you can do the same thing. So comment, tell me below, what you've tried. What diets have you tried so far? And if you want me to continue and tell you what I did and what I teach everyone now as a health coach. So leave me a comment. I want to know that you guys are paying attention and that you actually want to hear this and you want me to continue. Okay, let's go. So let's talk about the life you've been hearing for oh so long. Like, this one never seems to go away for some reason. You've been hearing all about these 1,000-calorie and 1,200-calorie meal plans, and they promise you these big results. This is one of the biggest lies in the weight loss industry ever, right? They tell you that you need to starve yourself to get results. Like, you need to starve yourself if you want to lose weight. Guys, your body needs calories in the forms of proteins and carbs, fats, just to function optimally and actually to be able to burn fat. So it's all about knowing what is the right amount for your individual needs. And of course, that will be a little different for everyone based off, your obvious age, your weight, your activity, your dieting, your history, things like that. Everybody is an individual. So some of you have dieted so much, so I know you're putting in the work, but sometimes that actually makes it even harder because your body is adapting to that and it leaves you with nowhere to go but up, right? So trust me, I've fallen into the same low calorie, no carb diets before in the past, and they are just not sustainable. After like week 2, I felt totally irritable, tired, I had brain fog, I craved all the foods. It was miserable and it just didn't work. I couldn't live like that anymore. So I was sick all the time. And of course, I just ended up gaining all the weight back. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to live like that. I love food. So as promised, here is my simple steps to eating anything you want and staying lean that allows you to lose fat and keep it off. Okay? Start eating more food to jumpstart body fat loss. Wait, did I get that right? Hold up, wait. Don't close out the training. No, I haven't completely lost my mind. Trust me on this, guys. I'm going to explain how all of this works here in a minute. Okay, so I say start eating more food to jumpstart body fat loss because most people feel like they need to restrict something from their diet to lose weight. But the truth is, most of the people I work with are eating way too little. And what happens when we don't eat enough? Our bodies go into survival mode, and all of the processes in our body that burn calories throughout the day start to slow down and just burn less throughout the day. It's actually crazy how this happens. So what happens when we cut calories, right? You may have seen this in the past. You see some initial weight loss because you're eating less food, but then what happens? It starts to stall out because your body starts holding on to like literally every morsel of food you eat. And then when you simply cannot live like that, you can't live in that restricted way anymore. Trying to go back to normal eating, even the way you were eating before, which wasn't anything, a lot. Your body starts holding on to everything you give it. And then guess what you get? You guessed it. The weight just comes back on, and then losing fat in the future becomes so much more difficult. So if you cut too many calories, you're going to experience low energy, your blood sugar is going to crash, you're going to lose lean muscle, and it's going to cause your metabolism to go down, which is going to be prime for binge eating, right? And body fat storage, and the exact opposite from all the things we really want. So cutting gluten, cutting food groups like fat, carbs, fats, etc. I was on the paleo diet. I was on the Whole30. I was on keto for a while, the 21-day fix. I was on all of them, all of these different things, and none of it works in the long term, right? It just leads to this, vicious cycle of starting a diet and then you're way too low on your calories. And at the end of the day, not able to sustain it and all of the restrictions required in that diet. And then what happens? You end up going off the diet. So you may be binging on the weekends, or just giving yourself all the foods you've been missing the whole time you're on the diet. And then what happens? You gain weight again, and then you repeat the cycle and the belief that you're a failure and that nothing works for you. And the process just repeats again, right? This is the biggest problem in the weight loss industry today, and it's not setting you up for success. It's not. The truth is, all foods can fit into your lifestyle and not ruin your progress. It takes a little education on what drives fat loss, and you can apply it to your own life no matter what your life circumstances are. So here's the trick. The reason that everyone I work with is able to eat anything they want and stay lean and lose fat, lose weight, and keep it off is because they understand the amount of food their body needs, the amount of macros their body needs to simply start losing fat without starving their bodies. So once you understand this simple formula, you can literally eat whatever you want and your body will respond by dropping body fat. It's that simple. I know. We seem to think that, like, we need some personal trainer to order us around and tell us what not to eat. And that's not why we're doing it, right? If they're just ordering you around, they're not telling you why your body needs certain things. And that's how they keep you dependent on them forever, right? The thing is, when you allow the system to work for you, it allows and it teaches you how to fit in those favorite foods without overeating or falling off track. Because guess what? When you can eat this way, you're no longer on a diet, right? You're not on a diet that makes you feel restricted anymore. So if you love sweets like me and you're allowed to eat real ice cream and a no-carb diet, do you think it would be easier to stick to in the long term? Of course, but nobody has been showing you how to do that, right? So that is going to be the fastest way to stop emotional eating, self-sabotaging, weight cycling all the time, is to understand how to eat the way you want and still lose fat. Then the cravings, the emotional eating, all of that self-sabotage and the weight regain. It all goes away because you're doing something that you can do for a long term. So shift number one, remember, is you can need to eat more food to lose more. Wait, right? No more of these restrictive diets that have you cutting calories too low or completely cutting out food groups. We all know the saying, it's better to work smarter, not harder. So do you want to work harder, which is what you are doing when you restrict food or slow down your metabolism? Or you can be smarter about it by knowing how to lose fat. And once you understand it, it won't feel like work anymore. So if that resonates with you at all and you want to hear about shift number 2 and 3, since we're building on that, tell me in the comments about your experience with these restrictive diets. Restricting calories majorly, cutting major food groups from your diet. I want to hear it. If you've done that before and it didn't work for you, I really want to know what your experience was. We've got about 10 minutes left. Okay. The second shift that we're going to be talking about is how to manipulate your metabolism so you can actually eat more and drop body fat. So the second shift is to rethink your activity. So for most people, they're performing the same exercises for way too long, right? Trying to increase the amount of the same exercises and not seeing the same payoff over time. So it's time to switch things up if you've been told that in order to look slim and to lose weight, you need to do cardio and stay away from these other exercises because, lifting weights isn't going to help you lose weight, or it's going to make you look too manly or bulky or whatever it is that you're afraid of. The fact of the matter is you're not going to get that from resistance training, and you don't have to be at the gym either. Like, if you have a gym routine that you like, that's completely fine. But there's so many things that you can do from home to lose weight. If you don't want to go to the gym at all. So there's no need for all these trainers telling you that you need to get on the treadmill this way. You're going to spend half the time exercising, or less than that, and you're going to get much, much higher payoff in your results. So I've been told this a million times by friends and family as a woman. It's like, just do cardio. Like, lifting weights is going to make you look so bulky. And I used to believe that. And I was so worried I was going to look like these women, that I was just going to blow up and that, I was going to lose fat, but I was going to start getting bigger and bigger, right? So I hate the way muscle looks. So ugly. Men, you probably don't have the same problem, but let me tell you, like, when you add in some resistance training through a variety of exercises, it helps with the fat loss process. It helps you burn more calories throughout the day after your workouts versus just cardio alone, which only helps you burn calories while you're doing it, right? So you can get, it does so much faster. They can get it done in under an hour than the hour you spend on the Stairmaster. So this is what you're going to look like, ladies. If that's you and you're trying to avoid doing weights, you're actually not going to get bulky at all. You're going to lose those stubborn, fat pounds, and you're going to spend less time in the gym, if at all, and burn more calories throughout the day. A lot of clients have cut the gym completely out because they didn't enjoy it. It was not something that they actually, thought they would do for the long term. So we just cut it out. We gave them very little to no cardio in doing just a few home exercises and some resistance training. So here's an example of my client, Sarah. So when she came to me, she was 20 pounds over her ideal weight, her dream come true weight, and she was, really, really frustrated and burnt out at the gym. And when I asked her more about what she was doing, she told me her story. She said, well, I've been running for a while now. I started out with just 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week, which wasn't bad. And I even lost a few pounds my first week, but then I stopped seeing any results. So I upped my cardio to an hour a day, 6 days a week, which if you're someone that hates cardio, that's a lot. And still the weight didn't come off. So why did that happen to her? We're going to get to that in just a minute. But what she said was, what I had done have her do when she first started is I began cutting back on all this cardio and started her out on just 1 or 2 sessions of my HIIT exercises to do at home. And then later added in some more resistance training. So I increased the amount of food she was eating because she was also eating way too little. And guess what? Her body thanked her for it. So she's getting her dream come true weight, and she also lost 3 inches on her waist. So not too bad. So here's what my other client had to say about this experience. She said, holy cow, I can't believe it. I just measured my waist 3 times this morning because I can't believe I lost 3 inches off my waist. So since implementing, your training and giving my body the right amount of food, so glad I decided to go all in on that and just trust the process. Thank you a million times over. So why did this happen to her? Our bodies are designed to adapt and become very smart at performing exercises in the most energy sparing way possible. So think about your metabolism like a Prius. Your adaptive metabolism would be the Prius, okay? It's great at driving around all day without really burning through much energy, in our case, calories, right? You actually want to think about your metabolism as a Hummer, not able to get around very far without having to fuel up again or eat more food. So this is how to manipulate your metabolism so you can eat more and drop body fat. So shift number 1 was eat more to lose more. Shift number 2 was manipulate your metabolism. And shift number 3, if you guys are ready for it, is to redefine the quote, bad foods. So I bet if I asked you all right now what foods are bad and what foods make you fat, you could easily come up with a list of foods that are bad for you. So I'll give you my top 5 foods that I used to think I couldn't eat. So let's see. There's ice cream, cookies, pizza, burgers, and fries. That's 5, right? So those are also some of my favorite foods too. So let's talk about the problem with believing in, quote, bad foods. What really happens when we cut all these bad foods we love? Okay? Cravings, right? We all know what it feels like to have major food cravings on a diet. Like, it's just human nature. As soon as you tell yourself that those foods are off limits, your mind just immediately wants to go get those foods even more. And you can't stop thinking about them. And deprivation sets in. How many times have you been on a trip or vacation and felt like you had to order the salad or just skip on dessert or wine because they're watching your waistline, right? Like, how did that feel? I know how I felt, like totally deprived the whole time. So how should we be viewing food? Really, all foods can work to give us the results we're looking for. So slimming down, losing weight, losing fat, and toning up. So once you understand that simple formula to make any food work for you, you can eat that ice cream and feel good about it, knowing you're going to have the answer and you're doing the right things and you're going to get those amazing results. So when you can eat what you want and still see results, like, you're really not on a diet anymore. I'm just saying, like, are you really on a diet anymore? I mean, if you're actually eating the foods you want to eat and you're still seeing results, I would say no. I'd say you're actually in control now. I'd say you know exactly what to do to get results and actually enjoy the entire process. Okay, So what's going to allow you to eat the foods you love without sabotaging your results or giving up? Let's review what's going to actually get you to that dream body and life. Well, it's not restricting, severely restricting calories or adding hours of exercise or cutting out major food groups like carbs and fat, right? So what's the real answer? What's going to get you there? Start with the structured system made for you and designed to work for your body. Once you understand what drives fat loss and how it can apply to your lifestyle, it's so easy to sustain those results. So it's time to start ditching the dieting and experience 100% freedom and mastery of this area of your life. Remember, you want that metabolism to be the Hummer, not the Prius. So start feeling amazing in your life and achieving the dream body come true. So let me ask you, why did you show up today? Have you tried everything and haven't gotten results that you want? Maybe you've been trying for years. Maybe you've been trying since the 90s and you haven't gotten the results you want. Have you been stuck at the same weight for months or years? Right? So before you even decide whether you want to make a change or not, you have to be really clear. What do you think it's costing you to stay where you're at right now? What do you think is going to happen in a year or even 5 years from now if you still have not solved this problem? So one thing we know it's definitely costing you is time. Time in your life, time on this planet. To some people, it's costing you a promotion at your job, or it's costing you even that dream job because you didn't show up confidently in the interview, or maybe you didn't even apply. To some people, it's costing you your relationships, your intimacy with your spouse or your partner. Or if you're single, just having that confidence to put yourself out there and meet people. To some people, it's costing happiness, self-pride, confidence in every area of your life. What is the cost of what you're going through now? Is the cost of what you're going through now more painful to you than actually getting out of your comfort zone and taking massive action? That's when you're going to get that permanent transformation. Are you sick of that cycle of like dieting and falling off because it wasn't sustainable? Listen, you want to be able to go to the pool when you're on vacation and feel confident in what you're wearing, right? Do you want to lose fat and slim down and feel confident and have energy again? Do you want to look forward to shopping again? Do you no longer have to choose, between your diet and your social life? This is the last time you will ever have to figure it out, because once you have it, it's yours forever. You'll never have to waste time on finding someone to make you a meal plan that you have to eat, and it's just chicken and broccoli all the time. So, do you want to know how to implement all this? Do you want to know how to make this a part of your long-term lifestyle? Do you want to lose the right kind of weight and just keep it off forever? While still having that fun and fulfilled life, to give you that individualized guidance so you don't have to, just feel like you are going to just die if you have to stay on another diet. You don't have to worry about how you're going to look in clothes or looking in the mirror. You have that confidence again and that energy again to do the things your weight's been holding you back from doing. The amount of time women say to me, like, Risa, I just want to feel comfortable in my body. I just want to feel at peace knowing that what I'm doing is actually working, and I totally get it. We start to think that we're the problem and that there just isn't anything that's going to work, which, believe me, this can work for anyone. So are you done trying to learn it all on your own and done being frustrated? Are you ready to take it from someone who's learned, and knows exactly what to do? Are you ready to take it from me? I know exactly what to do here. So over the next 5 days, I've set aside some time to talk about your goals, time to talk to you to see if we're really a good fit. If we're a good fit to work together and get you to those goals, you literally have the opportunity to have a free consultation with a certified health coach. But here's the catch. Here's the deal. you do have to qualify. So you qualify by being 100% absolutely committed to your success and hitting your goals no matter what by following the system. If you don't, if that's the case, then this isn't probably for you, and that's okay. So after you book the call, you'll be getting an application shortly. So please take a couple minutes to fill out the application. This tells me a little bit more about your situation, and this helps me understand if I can help you or not. And if I can't help you or this isn't a good match, I will let you know right away. But if we do hop on a call, and this kind of allows us to make the most out of the call when we do talk, because I'll have a better understanding of your situation, what your goals are going forward, and where you're at now. So all of those things, so I can come up with a plan that I actually share with you on that call, so that even if we don't work together, you know that it's not the best fit. You will at least have, some direction. Because trust me, this call is not some like hard pitch or trick to get you, into a sale or something like that. I need to know that A, I can help you, and B, we're a perfect fit to work together. So we'll dial in on what you've done previously, and we'll find out more about your weight loss and body goals and help you get absolute clarity on how to reach that goal fast. And you're going to get an exact strategy to make that happen, which typically you'll start to see results within the first 7 days. So this is me getting to know you as a person, as a friend, and potentially as a partner in this venture. And this is how I look at it. It's like a partnership, right? This is us doing this together to get to your goals. So my schedule only allows for 12 strategy sessions over the next 5 days, because I do reserve some spots for my clients. So go ahead and book a call on the link that's popped up for you, and we'll get to know each other and see if it's a good fit to work together. I really look forward to talking with you soon. So click that button that comes up and schedule your call. Or you can also go to the link below, calendly.com/Coach Risa/body breakthrough session to book your call there. If there's not a spot on my calendar, because my calendar tends to get booked up really quickly, go ahead and shoot me an email, coachrisa@gmail.com, and put waitlist in the subject line. So since you've made it this far as promised, I'm going to be sending out my dining out cheat sheet. So all you have to do is shoot me an email in the subject line and put cheat sheet, and I'll know that you're one of the ones interested in getting your hands on that cheat sheet, and I'll send it right over to you. So thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Everyone have a good night.